We begin here at 5 o'clock with a look at new renderings released just today, showing a new mixed-use apartment complex right near Lynn Family Stadium. It's a major announcement looking to bring more housing and businesses to that stadium. Thanks for sticking with us at 5 o'clock. I'm Shay McAllister.
And I'm Doug Proffitt, the parent company of professional soccer teams Louisville City FC and Racing Louisville FC, entering a new agreement to bring this project to life for the Butchertown area. They're going to call it the Butchertown Apartments. And WHAS11's Jose Alonso and photojournalist Jessica Farley are reporting live from the stadium. And Jose, when this stadium was first announced, this type of plan was part of the original idea, but it never happened. What's the timeline on this project?
Doug, Shay, the timeline on this project, along with the cost of how much it's going to be as well, is a question that we all had, didn't quite get the answer to yet. But we are standing right here in the heart of where the renderings are saying this complex is going to be built from the ground up, right next to Lynn Family Stadium in the gray lot. But Mayor Greenberg did say, he was saying that right now it's about the announcement while they finalize that information. But we did get some insight on how many apartments they're looking to build. These are the first renderings of the proposed Butchertown Apartments. This mixed-use project seeks to build 200 apartments and provide amenities like a clubhouse, on-site parking, and retail spaces on the first floor, all just steps away from the Lynn Family Stadium.
Butchertown has a rich history, a strong identity, and a future filled with promise, and this development, situated in the heart of the district, is about enhancing what makes this neighborhood great.
Co-founder of Denton Floyd Real Estate Group, Tommy Floyd, entered into this agreement with the owner of Louisville's soccer teams, Soccer Holdings.
This will be a strong catalyst to support what happens next, and we look forward to this first phase.
Developers are calling this the first of multiple phases, but this isn't the first agreement the stadium has entered. A similar project was supposed to start in 2017. Mayor Craig Greenberg says they are now heading in the right direction.
This is great progress. What I'm most excited about is when groundbreaking happens, and even more excited when people are calling these new apartments their homes. Having thousands of more people live in and around downtown Louisville is a top priority of ours, and this is one project that's helping us make that happen.
With a new sport complex also set for future construction next to the Louisville Slugger Field, I asked the mayor if Louisvillians should have concerns about construction and traffic.
I don't think this will materially impact traffic when this is under construction. There are a lot of surface parking lots around here. This construction will be mostly confined to the site that it's on.
Says that they're still finalizing on when that construction is going to start, a completion date, and how much that's going to cost. Of course, we're going to be keeping an eye on that, but this seems to be the next step in bridging downtown all the way here to the soccer stadium. Reporting live in Butchertown, Jose Alonso, WHAS11 on your side.
Well, Jose, even the mayor sort of hinted there that he's really going to get excited when he sees a groundbreaking. So that's one thing that wasn't announced here today. Did you get a sense that that is some time off from now?
Doug, at this moment, I mean, they seem pretty confident, and every time that they talk about groundbreaking, they seem to be continuously confident on that. I remember about the community care campus, I asked Greenberg then, you know, what makes you think this is going to be going forward from here on out without any hiccups? He says because construction is starting. And so we're going to have to see when that groundbreaking is going to happen.
All right, very good. Thank you very much.
Checking in now with Chief Meteorologist Mallory Schnell as we are dealing with another gloomy, cloudy, possibly rainy day.
The clouds, yeah, kept the temperature down a little bit there, Mallory, but I know that you're going to really be heating things up later this week.
That's right. Those 70s, they do make a comeback Friday through the weekend if you want some of that warmer weather. Here in Louisville, we are dealing with that cloud cover, areas in southern Indiana as well. But if you live south along the parkways, areas southward from there, you are getting a bit more sunshine. So certainly not a one-size-fits-all kind of forecast. Best chance for light rain today has been hugging those areas primarily north of 64. But anything we've been seeing rain-wise has been extremely light. We're talking 100th of an inch of rainfall in the bucket at the Louisville International Airport, 0.13 of an inch over in Carrollton. So not much in terms of rain, just enough to, yes, keep those temperatures a little bit cooler. You can see some 40s off to the northeast. We have mid-50s in the Louisville metro and some of those low 60s where there is a bit more sunshine down south in Mumfordville and Litchfield at this hour. Wind speeds for all of us much lighter compared to yesterday. You can see calm winds for many. If we are dealing with winds, they're between about 5 to 10 miles per hour, so not nearly as gusty as what we had for your Monday. Hourly planner, mix of sun and clouds until that sun does set at 8 o'clock this evening. Tonight, a couple of sprinkles can't be ruled out. Otherwise, we are expecting those temperatures to dip down into the upper 30s to right around 40 degrees. As we mentioned, we are warming things up by the weekend. We'll take a look at our 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit.
Mallory, thank you so much. More on another top story today. The White House now investigating how a journalist was added to a group message involving top members of President Donald Trump's national security team.
That journalist says he saw war plans discussed earlier this month before they were carried out in Yemen. ABC's Perry WHAS11 is in Washington.
President Trump today standing by his national security team after a journalist was added to a group message where war plans in Yemen were reportedly discussed.
We have an amazing group. Our national security now is stronger than it's ever been.
The journalist who was inadvertently added to the group chat on the app Signal is editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, Jeffrey Goldberg. He says he was added to the chat by National Security Advisor Mike Waltz.
We are looking into and reviewing how the heck he got into this room.
Trump standing by Waltz.
It's equipment and technology that's not perfect, and probably he won't be using it again.
It comes after a heated hearing today on Capitol Hill, where two members of Trump's national security team who were part of the group chat were grilled by Senate Democrats.
I want to make clear that I'm of the view that there ought to be resignations. This disrespect for our intelligence agencies and the personnel who work for them is entirely unacceptable. It's an embarrassment.
This was a huge mistake, correct?
No.
CIA Director John Ratcliffe and Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard were just two of the high-level Trump cabinet members involved in this stunning lapse of national security. These conversations usually happen in a secure setting approved by the government, not Signal. There is confusion over whether or not war plans were discussed. Goldberg says Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth texted them.
Weapon systems and packages and timing and weather in Yemen and all kinds of information about sequencing of particular events.
The White House and Hegseth say that's not true.
Nobody was texting war plans, and that's all I have to say about that.
Gabbard today says no classified information was in the chat. She says military targets were discussed.
I believe there was discussion around targets in general.
Any mention of any military unit whatsoever? Mr. Ratcliffe? Not that I recall. Ms. Gabbard?
Not that I recall.
That Senate hearing continuing behind closed doors out of the view of the public. Both sides of the aisle are calling for a full investigation to find out exactly what was discussed in those messages. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
Well, a Louisville Mexican restaurant is now defending itself after a drunk driver hit and killed a pedestrian.
Police say that driver was overserved at the restaurant. The incident happened in October of last year. Today, Metro ABC took the restaurant to court in a hearing to revoke its alcohol license. And of course, Alexandra Goldberg was in that hearing.
No decision on this yet.
Right, no decision on this yet. The hearing officer has about 2 months to decide, but this is not just about a restaurant being able to serve alcohol. This is about a fatal DUI that happened last year. Metro ABC says Victoria Mexican Restaurant has 3 violations: selling beverages to an intoxicated person, disorderly premises, and failure to keep records.
A liquor license for Victoria Mexican Restaurant is at stake. Attorneys with Louisville Metro Alcoholic Beverage Control allege the restaurant overserved a customer, Victor Dominguez, who is now being charged with murder in a fatal DUI crash.
Serving somebody 32-ounce Modelo's to the point of definite intoxication, continually doing that, as well as pouring yourself drinks. Okay. You've now turned this restaurant bar into a hazard. It's a safety hazard.
ABC detective Alejandro Cabrera being cross-examined Tuesday morning.
When you watch the video, you'll see the waitress at each time bring 2 32-ounce bottles of beer every time that she went to the table.
He alleges a server at the restaurant sold Dominguez a number of beers equivalent to 19.5 standard beer bottles. That's over $211 in drinks, according to the detective. The restaurant's owner, Dianisa Valentin, speaking through an interpreter.
That would never happen. That would have never happened if I was there. I've had more problems not serving people alcohol while there than serving people alcohol.
With murder, one endangerment, and operating a motor vehicle under the influence for a crash that happened in the Hikes Point neighborhood. The ABC hearing officer is expected to officially rule on that liquor license again within 2 months.
Alexandra, thank you very much. More of our top stories here today at 5. Police say it was a brutal attack that happened after a teenage boy yelled "Say cheese" at a group of people who were taking a photograph together. The second suspect accused assaulting those folks at the Paddock shops in eastern Jefferson County is going to be staying in jail for now. We learned today 19-year-old Malachi Weathers Parker facing multiple charges as he appeared in court today, including strangulation and assault. Police say on March 8th, someone in a passing car yelled "Say cheese" as Weathers Parker and his friends were taking a photo in front of Malone's at the Paddock shop. Court documents say they later walked through the Paddock's restaurants to actually find the group of people and then attack them. Police say one of the victims was knocked unconscious with their own metal baton, which caused a concussion and brain bleed. In court this morning, the prosecution argued to triple the suspect's $50,000 bond to $150,000.
I think it goes without saying that the facts and circumstances alleged that the court has just reviewed are horrifying, to say the least. We think that $50,000 is not actually commensurate with the allegations of the assaultive conduct towards 3 individuals and the injuries that they received.
But in the end, the judge ultimately chose to keep the $50,000 bond. Weathers Parker pleaded not guilty and is due to return in court April 2nd at 9 a.m.